So let's take a look at the power button. So the power button now, it switches from letters to numbers. So when you press the power button which is on number 1, we should look for number 2. So number 2 here says when you press the power button, the EC gives out what we call ISO power button, which means when you press the power button, the KBC tells the chipset that they have pressed the power button. So let's look for number 3. So here we see that number 3 is here. So number 3 says PM sleep S4. Remember I told you PM stands for power management, sleep, or state 4. So this one comes out of the chipset. You can actually see it from here. So after the KBC has told the chipset that the power button has been pressed, then the chipset releases what we call PM sleep S4. Actually here it comes out as SIO sleep S4. So after this pin 3 has come to the KBC, it also comes down to 2 of these chips. So you can see it comes to this chip, which makes 1 volts for the CPU VCCST. Then it also comes down to this chip, which makes 2.5 for for S3. Then when you look here, we don't see it anywhere else. So after number 3, then we look for number 4. The first number 4 is this one. So basically this one comes up to this chip, then this one comes out. Basically it could be coming out at the same time, that's why they are all called 4. So after 4, we get 4A, which is 2.5 S3. So this means after the other signals have come out, then these 2.5 S3 volts come out. Then we have also 4B, which comes out after 4A, and this one shows 2.5 PG. This means power 2.5 volts is good, which is power good. So after this one is good, you see actually comes out from here, then comes up to this part, and then turns on 4C, which is 1.2 volts. Now this is the RAM volts. This is all happening after you have pressed the power button. So let's first look for, is there any other 4B around or 4A? When you look here, you don't see any other 4. So basically it means after 4B, we get 4C. So do we see any other 4C? And it looks like we don't. So after 4C, is there a 4D? We don't see any 4D. So it means we are going to go to 5. So 5 has got many places. We have 5 here, we have 5 here, we have 5 here, we have 5 here. It means all those steps come at the same time. Then if you take a look at the control chips, we don't see any 5. Oh, actually we see here. So after 4C, then this chipset gives out SIO sleep S3. When S5, S3 comes out of the chipset, you can see the same signal that goes to this chip to turn on 1.5 volts SO, goes to the same chip and turns out VCCST key, goes to this chip and turns on 3.3 SO and 5 volts SO. Also comes out here on this chip and turns on 0.6 SO. That is number 5. So where is number 6? So number 6, here the arrow shows it comes in. Does it come out of any of this chip? No, we don't see it anywhere. So it means number 6 comes out of this chip. After number 5 has given out this voltage, then this one comes out. And this one says power VDD2 P good. So this means this is a signal that goes out to tell the other components that RAM volts has come out and is in good state. So let's see where does 6 go after coming out of there. So 6, 1, it comes out here, then plus the H, but because we have a dy here, which means there is no this line here, so we only focus on the 6. So where else does 6 come? Nowhere. So basically it means after 6 comes out of here and goes out of here, we have 7. So 7 shows all system power good. So it means all these voltages from the 5 and the 6 are all good, and that's pin 7. So after 7 comes out of to this KBC on this all system power good, then the next step should be 8. So we see 8B, 8C, but we have 8A. Let's see if we have 8 plain, because that means that is the first one to come out. When we take a look, we don't have 8 plain. So basically, this one is the first one to start. So this means that after this 7 goes to this chip, then this one give out to this one, which is V ready. V ready is the power that turns on the CPU voltage. So after 8A, which turns on the CPU voltage, comes out, let's look for 8B. So 8B is here. So 8B is called reset out. And this reset out comes out and goes to the chipset or the CPU because they are all together. So after 8B, then the same KBC will release this signal. And here they are telling us that system power okay. And this signal goes to the chipset. So after the chipset has received this, then this signal will come out of this chip to the chipset, which is on 8D. So after 8, the next step would be 9. So pin 9, here they're showing us it's called processor power good. It's informing the chipset that the processor voltage is fine. So after number 9, then the chipset will release what we call on pin 10 PCH PLRST. This is platform reset. Actually, this is the signal that the CPU gives out to different components to turn them on. So after pin 10, that means the laptop has fully turned on, and now you can see the display, you can see the images on the screen and everything. So this is one of the most useful steps in laptop repairs. So down here they can still show you that it starts from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. The numbers they show they start from 1 up to 10. You can see the small arrows. If you're facing a laptop which is not turning on, turns on and then doesn't return post, turns on and then goes off, turns on and gives some kind of errors, does not turn on at all, this is the step-by-step. It's found in the schematics that shows you how to follow up and trace the motherboard. So not every schematics has got this diagram the way you see it here. Commonly I found it in ASUS, Acer and some Dell. Few HP have got it and Lenovo's usually don't have. However, other motherboards or other schematics have another approach which is called timing diagram. Now timing diagram looks like this. So this one is also another step that usually is included in some schematics, and it can also show you how different motherboard or different chipsets or different CPUs and motherboards turn on step by step. So we are going to take a look at this one in our next video. So for a moment, if you have a schematics with you, you can take a look, go through and look for this signal or this diagram at the bottom. You can try to trace for these diagrams one by one in order for you to be conversant with the steps that are taken before the laptop fully turns on. So allow me to end this video here, and I'll see you in the next video.